Hello everyone, it's Sandra, and today's video is going to be about some products that just did not work for me, products that I had high expectations of, products I was really excited to try, and that just didn't end up working out. Now, I don't want to be a big Debbie Downer this whole video, so I thought that I would put a little bit of a positive spin in the end and show you some products that are new to me that I actually have really been enjoying as well. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag. I'm going to start with the 5 products that have been disappointing me and then the 5 new products that I'm enjoying. So let's start with some skincare. And the first thing I wanted to talk about is this beautiful bottle over here, and it's Glossier Solution. This is one of those products where I think it's style over substance. The packaging is absolutely stunning. It's mesmerizing. It's beautiful. I want all the bottles on my shelf to look like this. I'm very much a millennial pink enthusiast. I think that the packaging is beautiful, and I am a fan of quite a few of Glossier's products. I think their Milky Jelly Cleanser is really great, their Boy Brow is great. Those are both products I've been repurchasing. Solution fell short. I was really excited because I am a fan of acid exfoliation, and this just sounded really great. I like the fact that it had both a mix of BHA, AHAs, and PHA, which is something that I need to look into because it's not a type of acid that I'm very familiar with. Nonetheless, this did not work for my skin, and I got this before Caroline Hirons posted her review of Doom of this product. She's not a big fan of this product either. I mean, I tend to take every review with a grain of salt because skincare is such a personal thing. Something can be amazing for somebody and it can be a total disaster for somebody else. So everybody reacts to products differently, and you know, there are some blanket statements you can make about certain ingredients and stuff like that, but the reality is that some skins are more tolerant, some skins react to certain combinations of ingredients differently than others. Long story short, this did not work for me. It really irritated my skin. It gave me like a red, bumpy irritation. And sometimes if I'm using an exfoliating product that does not work well on my face, I will still try to use it up on my neck and my chest, and especially products that contain salicylic acid, they tend to be really good on ingrown hairs. And this also irritated my skin in those areas. So this irritated and broke me out on my neck and on my chest. So I am going to have to say goodbye to this beautiful product. Unfortunately, it did not work for me, but there are a few people that I've seen on Instagram and they tend to say that this works well for them. So again, take this with a grain of salt. It's marketed as a salicylic acid acne treatment, but it only contains like 0.5% salicylic acid, which is not really that effective of a concentration if you are using this as an acne fighting product. I would much happier recommend this product. This product works really well for me, and I've been using this for the last 3 years on and off. I think this is my 3rd bottle of it, and it's the Paula's Choice Clear Anti-Redness Solution. This is a 2% salicylic acid liquid exfoliating product, and I just think that if you are struggling with acne, if you're struggling with congestion, if you're struggling with blackheads and you want to dabble in the world of liquid acid exfoliants, I think the Paula's Choice will be a better bet than this. Next up is a SkinCeuticals sunscreen. This is the SkinCeuticals Sheer Physical UV Defense SPF 50. This is a completely mineral-based sunscreen. So it contains titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. It wasn't bad, but it was disappointing because I had heard so many good things about this, and I think in retrospect, the product that I was thinking about is not the product that I ended up getting. I'm really confused with the naming of SkinCeuticals products sometimes, and the packaging looks the same. I think I meant to try the tinted mineral physical defense, but I ended up just getting the regular one, which is white. And even though it's very lightweight and makeup wore well on top, like it didn't create any pilling or anything like that, but it just left a white cast that would not go away. Even Michael, we were on vacation and I was trying to get him to use sunscreen on his face, and I put this on his face and he looked like Casper, the friendly ghost, except he looked very angry, so not so friendly, but it got stuck in his beard hair and it was just not a good look. And this also feels a little bit gritty. Put it on the back of my hand, I don't feel the grit, but when I apply it on my face, I feel the grittiness of it. It's like some of those zinc particles will just not dissolve. It did a great job at protecting me from the sun. I wore this on vacation. I never got a sunburn. It did the job, but I would just not repurchase this and I would not recommend it just because it wasn't a pleasant product to use. It didn't break me out or anything like that, and I do know that some people really love this range of sunscreens. Maybe I will have better luck with the tinted version of it. I'm going to have to try that in the future, but I would not repurchase this particular one. I also had a ton of recommendations. I think it was a video that I did last year where I asked you what your favorite sunscreens are. I wrote a big list in the notes app of my iPhone with the top recommended sunscreens that you had for me, and I will definitely be looking at that list for the next sunscreen purchase that I make, so I really appreciate that. The next two products that did not work for me are both complexion foundation types of products, and this one, the label rubbed off, unfortunately, but this is the First Aid Beauty Skin Tint, and this is in the shade Light, and I was hoping that this would be like the oily skin version of Glossier Skin Tint. Glossier Skin Tint tends to be more suitable for people that have drier skin. This seemed to be more oily skin friendly, and it also contains SPF 30, so it sounded really good, but unfortunately the color oxidizes on me. It turns a little bit more orange once it dries down. And while it does have a little bit more coverage than the Glossier Skin Tint, and while it does dry down to more of like a satin matte finish, it just did not wear well on my skin. It really settled into my fine lines, and it also emphasized dryness. Sometimes I can get dryness around my chin and my nose area, especially if I'm dealing with allergies, and, you know, I'm like wiping my nose or something like that. Those areas of my face can be a little bit dry, whereas I have some areas of my face that can be more oily, and it did not perform well on any dry areas of my skin. So maybe if you have more uniformly oily skin, if you're not so combination, if you have more uniformly oily skin and you just want something that's like a light coverage, just a little bit of a tint so you can just throw it on and go on the weekend or something like that, this might be a product worth looking into, but for me, it didn't really do it for me. I actually really like their tinted moisturizer that they just came out with, the Ultra Repair Cream tinted moisturizer. That one I have better luck with in terms of the way it performs on my skin than this. So this was a disappointment. And the other foundation disappointment for me was the Tom Ford Waterproof Foundation / Concealer. This was such a big waste of money, and it's such an expensive tube. I think this was like $82. I don't even want to think about how much money I spent on this, but I hate this so much. It just does not work on my skin. It doesn't wear well. It just sits on top of my skin. It emphasizes dry patches, but it also doesn't control my oily skin areas. I cannot think of a redeeming quality to this product. And I'm going to try to mix it with other foundations. That tends to be the way that I can get a lot of complexion products to work. So if you have this foundation and it works for you, let me know what magical tricks you use. Let me know what like your skin type is. Let me know how you layer it with other products. If you have anything that you combine it with that you get a better result with, let me know, because I spent too much money on this product not to be able to use it up. The last disappointing product is a recent purchase, and this is a product that is so hyped on Instagram. I feel like every single day somebody on my Instagram feed is raving about this, and it sounds wonderful, so I bought it, and it's the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I think they have different flavors of it now, and it smells so delicious. It also comes with a little scoop, and it's just a wonderful, thick, fruity scented lip balm. It smells like, kind of reminds me of like Jolly Ranchers or Starburst, one of those types of fruity scents. I absolutely love the scent. I absolutely love the way this feels when I first apply it on my lips, but my lips are not that hydrated in the morning. Like, I feel no different when I put this on than when I put any other lip balm that I own. I actually have lip balms that perform better overnight than this. Like the Nuxe Rêve de Miel lip balm is better. The First Day Beauty Intensive lip balm is better. The Bite Beauty Agave lip mask is better. Now those are just the ones that perform better on me. This might work really well on other people. Like I said, we're all different. We all kind of have different needs and our bodies can react differently to stuff. But this was really disappointing because I was expecting to wake up with plump hydrated lips, but when I wake up in the morning, this isn't even on my lips anymore and my lips are still kind of dry. So unfortunately this was not as hydrating as I was hoping, but it's still a really nice sensory experience, and I will be able to use it up maybe in the spring and summer when my lips aren't as dry as they are in the dead of winter, but I would not buy this again. Now moving on to some new products that I have been enjoying. This is a lip product that actually feels really, really, really nice, and I have to thank one of my followers on Instagram, Susanna. She sent me a lovely care package with some Australian beauty products, and this is one of them, and I feel like every time I read an Into the Gloss article or a magazine article with a really stylish and cool Australian lady, they all have this in their handbag, and this is like a do-it-all salve, and it's the Lucas Pawpaw ointment. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's a fermented fruit extract, and it's absolutely wonderful. It works really well on cuticles, on any dry patches, and when I apply this on at night as a lip balm, I actually wake up with my lips feeling super nourished, and there is still product left on my lips. It just does a wonderful job. And you only need a tiny amount of this, so I feel like this tube will last me quite a while. The next product is an eyeshadow palette from Anastasia. I'm about 2 years behind on the modern Renaissance bandwagon, but I finally have arrived to the party. I'm really late, I'm sorry. I'm gonna help myself to an hors d'oeuvre, but this is beautiful. It was between this and Soft Glam. I know everybody has moved on from this and everybody's talking about the Soft Glam eyeshadow palette, but this to me is more unique. With my makeup collection and the other stuff that I have, I feel like this is more unique, and I really, really love it. I mean, I've only used it 3 times, and these are the colors that I'm wearing today. I did a very boring eyeshadow look with it, but I love the pigmentation. It's really soft, it's easy to blend, easy to use, the colors are stunning, and this is the type of eyeshadow palette, this is the type of eyeshadow combination that I can wear, you know, from winter to spring through summer through fall. I can do a very seasonal appropriate look with this. With these colors. I really, really like it, and I'm glad to finally have this in my life. I'm excited to play around with it some more, and I'm going to be featuring it probably in the next like get ready with me makeup tutorial video that I do. Now the next makeup product that I want to mention is a highlighter, and I have 2 shades of it here, and it's the NYX Born to Glow powder highlighter, and I have been really, really pleasantly surprised by these. I have the shade Chosen One and Break the Rhythm. Chosen One is more of a yellow gold, that's the one I'm wearing today, and Break the Rhythm is more of a rose gold shade. They also, I think they have these in a palette as well, so if you're super, super into highlighters and you want more color options, or if you're a makeup artist, you might want to check that out. But I really like these 2 colors, and I like the fact that they are really, really soft and smooth. They're not chunky, there's no chunky glitter in them whatsoever, and that it's a really nice and subtle powder highlight. I'm not into the super, super blinding highlight effect. I think that it is beautiful, and I see people that can really pull off that look, and I really appreciate that. But on me, I have like some texture issues, I have some larger pores, I have oily skin, so I like to keep my highlighting as subtle and natural looking as possible, and I have really enjoyed these. I think that if you're looking for that high-end subtle glow look but you don't want to break the bank, I think these are a great product to kind of start your highlighter journey. The next new product that I've really been enjoying is this dry texturizing spray. It's by the brand Amika. You can get this at Sephora, and I love it. In terms of grit and texture, it's the perfect amount without weighing my hair down, without feeling, it doesn't feel like I have any product in my hair, but it gives that perfect tousled volume effect. I actually like the effect that I get from this better than the effect that I get from the Oribe. I just prefer the scent of the Oribe a little bit more. This has a very fruity scent and it's quite a strong scent. It doesn't really dissipate as quickly as the Oribe or the Bumble and Bumble texturizing sprays that I've tried in the past. So I think if you're somebody that really loves fruity scents, you will really, really enjoy this. It's not a bad scent by any means. It's just that I prefer the Oribe scent. I feel like if I could get this product in the Oribe scent, that would be my dream texturizing spray, but can't have it all. But nonetheless, if you're looking for a new texturizing spray, give this a try. I think the bottle is really fun and I'm curious to explore more things by this brand. It's the Undone texture spray with sea buckthorn berry. It's actually day 4 of my hair. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this, but what I do is I just do dry shampoo at the root. I'm still using my Clarins dry shampoo and I put my hair upside down and I spray this through it. My hair's super, super fine and I don't have a lot of hair, and every time I use this on loose beachy waves, it gives me so much volume and it looks like I have like double the amount of hair that I actually do. So I'm a big fan of this. Last but not least, it's not a beauty product, but it's a candle. I love this candle so much. I have been trying to control myself. I didn't want to spend the money on a Byredo candle because they're really expensive and I always hear people talk about them and I was always curious. They were always on my radar, and then one day I finally bit the bullet and I bought 2 smaller size candles just to kind of get a feel of whether it would be worth it to invest in the full size. And this cotton poplin candle is so wonderful. This is the best candle scent that I've ever experienced. It is such a clean, sophisticated scent. I would want my whole house to smell like this forever, and even though it's such a small candle size, you can still smell this in a room. I mean, if you have a really, really large room, or if you're trying to scent a whole floor of a house, I would maybe recommend getting the bigger candle. But if you just want to use this as a treat, like in your bathroom, if you're taking a bath, or in the bedroom, this is a beautiful candle, such a beautiful scent. I will definitely be buying the full size of it, and this is a case where my expectations have been definitely met and I'm not disappointed. This just smells so good. And the other candle scent that I bought is called Burning Rose. That one is beautiful too, but that one is almost too intense. Like, I was burning it at the house in Ann Arbor, and we have quite a large bedroom there, and it was too overwhelming. Like, it smelled too strong for just one room. So we had to move it to the living room where it can get, there's more surface area and it can get more airflow. So these little candles definitely pack a punch. The Burning Rose scent is more of like a deep, smoky rose evening or like a fall winter scent. This is more of, I guess it's more airy, so it could be more spring, summer appropriate, but to be honest, I would just have this any day, any season, all over the place. This is such a beautiful scent. So definitely not disappointed with these. Definitely let me know if there are any products you've purchased recently that have been disappointing you. Let me know if there's anything that you've purchased recently that you really, really like. I'm always excited to hear what you have to say. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.